Hello and welcome back to my 5 expectations of a 5th year apprentice. If you're new here, my name is Joon and I am a union plumber, and I was in the commercial field and now I'm in the commercial service field, and I just wanted to share 5 expectations of a 5th year apprentice. So, you think you got it. You do, let's be honest. You think that you got it. And I think that that's a great confidence to have. I think it's a good place to stand on. Number one is, do you have your license? I would expect you to have your state license. And honestly, I took it before my 4th year, which is when we take code class. And the reason I did that was so that I didn't cloud and clutter my mind with just kind of like the ifs and ands and don'ts and second guess myself, because I'm not a very good test taker. So I would expect you to have your license. And I think that's something that you need to take pride in and go out and do. And hopefully at this point you would have read the code book at least 4 or 5 times. Number 2, layout. I hope that I'd be able to say you can go lay out some waste and vent or some water, and I should be able to see that on the floor with all of its offsets, with all of its different fittings. I would hope that you can take care of that area by yourself. I hope there's a level of trust that I could trust you taking over, and the responsibilities that I would give to you, that you would be able to handle them, and that you'd be able to look ahead and come to me with concerns about what's happening with what other collisions with other trades. Being able to really have that insight and that know-how of how the chain of command works. And that's what I would say number 2 would be. Number 3 is to be offered leadership roles. Is your company offering you leadership roles? Are they offering you things that are going to push you into a different role that you might be wanting to take over as a foreman, or if you're wanting to take over a crew, or if you're wanting to be a lead? Are those opportunities even being brought to you? I think that's a sign that you could know that I'm either headed in that direction, or I'm showing my value to this company and to my trade. Number 4, I expect you to make a pretty dumb decision. And I think that that's out of arrogance and focusing too much on production rather than safety or good work. Yeah, I think that there's going to be a major thing that I'll expect of you that is just an oversight, that you kind of put the cart before the horse, and you just didn't have that wisdom that I think comes with experience. I think you are learning to run, and I think with learning to run, there are trips and falls that are naturally going to happen, and hopefully it can be mitigated, and hopefully it can't be serious. I know I've had my share of fuck ups, and I would expect you to have some. And last but not least, I would expect you to have MedGas, forklift certifications, and other things that need to be under your belt so that it's preparing you to be a part of the team, part of a crew, and you could be the startup crew that goes about halfway and then starts up another job, or you could be the finishing crew that comes in and takes over and finishes the job, and vice versa. So those would be the 5 expectations that I have for a 5th year apprentice. And my final thoughts, as you've reached this area and this new height of yourself and the things that you've been working towards. And I know 5 years is not easy. I know that dedicating yourself to anything and committing yourself to anything is not easy. So I hope you take a minute to be proud and to be excited about the thing that you have built. And hopefully it's something you can look back and be proud of. And in all honesty, I hope that younger people look at this so that they have insight to remember that the name they built today is the name that they built from the 1st year. And I hope that you start to evaluate your life, because it does change. There is an increase in your finances. And I would try to avoid large purchases in your 3rd or 4th year. Usually it's trucks or vehicles, and just kind of maxing out your income. If that's what you want to do, that's on you. Again, your free will. But I would look at that. I would look at your health. How are your habits? How's your lifestyle? Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been getting those checkups and getting into the doctor and seeing the dentist and doing that preventative maintenance on your own body. And how are your relationships? Maybe you've wanted to start a family. Maybe you've wanted to buy a house. Maybe you've wanted to move. Maybe you've wanted to travel. Maybe lots of things, a lot of opportunity, a lot more free time is going to come to you. Maybe you'll get involved with your union. Maybe you'll be a teacher. Maybe there's things that you'll want to take care of and be a part of. And I just really hope that you don't stop learning. I think at the end of the day, keep finding things within the plumbing world that fascinate you and keep you interested. And at the end of the day, 5 things that I would expect of you as a 5th year apprentice. But good job. Welcome to the team. Keep going. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you're new to this channel, my name is Joon, and I hope that you, as a journeyman plumber or as a 5th year apprentice, things that you would expect of your apprentices and the things that you would want out of yourself that maybe you fell short in, the things that you excelled in. Please leave a comment. Let us know what it is that you would like about this trade, and keep the conversation going. Thanks for tuning in.